G'day folks, Scott here. Today I'm reviewing Hellboy. I can't believe just a couple of months ago I shit-canned Aquaman like no other film. I threw that thing under the bus and then got the bus to reverse back over it. And in retrospect, that's probably a bit better than this. This is so bad, like so bad. I never see trailers, I go on and on about no trailers, so I didn't know what to expect. My experience with Hellboy is the Del Toro films. I don't read the comic books, so I wasn't familiar. Del Toro's films were incredible. They managed to fantasy, horror elements, comedy, endearing characters, snappy dialogue in such a silly premise. They made it believable, relatable. It was really well done. So I expected someone else to just do another take of that. This guy had no fucking idea. I can't believe, I don't even know where to start. The movie began with a retelling of a story of this Blood Witch, Mila Jovovich's character, right? Of her history in the lead up to this. And it was being told to you, the watcher, as a story. And it was being told in a real campy, melodramatic kind of soap opera mentality, and it was really dopey and idiotic, and I'm like, oh, that's clever. Someone's telling a story about what happened to get us up to the point of this, and then when that story ends, it's going to snap into its ultra-serious tone. And I waited, and it never happened. It stayed like that for the whole movie. If you took all the violence and swearing out of this and re-edit it, this could play at 4:30 as an after-school kids movie. And Power Rangers would still probably be better. It's a fucking joke. Like, it's not David Harbour's fault. For the most part, he did good in the role. I didn't mind him. He's still no Perlman. He's not even close to Perlman, but he was okay. The makeup was pretty bad. Like, he looked okay, but I didn't like his torso. His tail didn't do anything. His horns, when they're like shaved off, even when they weren't, just looked like plastic. It didn't look like bone at all. His eyes and brow were okay, but his mouth was just so heavy with makeup, it couldn't move or articulate or convey emotion. It was just this rigid thing. It was bad. Looked okay standing still, not moving. The shots where he had his full horns and the crown of fire and the flaming sword when he was just standing looking menacing were pretty cool. I'm going to struggle to find something nice to say about it. The monsters suck. All of them. Mila Jovovich was a shit bad guy. Back in the day when they shot the Lord of the Rings movies, on the first pass they decided that Liv Tyler, her voice was too meek and too small, so they recorded all of her dialogue in ADR later to deepen it up and give it that deep voice she has in that film. They've obviously done this again because the voice that's coming out of her is not the voice that was on set. It's really forced deep and lose her accent, and it just looked wrong. She wasn't intimidating or terrifying. Her fucking sidekick bad guy, like the main fighting bad guy, was Bebop from Ninja Turtles. 100% Bebop. All the demons and monsters in it look like the guys they rejected when they were casting goblins in The Hobbit. They're like, nah, that one's whack. We don't want that in our movie. Those guys ended up in this film. The only one demon that was sort of okay was a CG old witchy old lady, and half of her face was fucked up, and she did that kind of walking in weird ways like the Ring movie, girl, and there was a fight scene with her that had a couple of okay moments. Everything else was fucked. Every time they were just walking through sets, it looked like they were walking through a TV studio with worse lighting than the one on top of this camera. Nothing was believable. No one brought anything to anyone. Ian McShane from like Deadwood and John Wick, that guy's a good actor. He was fucked. No one was good. No one knew what they were doing. There was no consistent tone throughout it. It was just a fucking wreck. I don't know how much more I really need to say about this. I can't believe I'm telling you do not watch it. When it's on Netflix or some streaming service and you can laugh at it for free, please do so. But this is a nightmare in every capacity. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your money. It's quite frankly disgusting how bad it is. I'm appalled. I'm really shocked. Like, Aquaman, I went into that going, haha, this is going to suck and I can't wait to enjoy it. It's for sucking. This is, I feel like I've been tricked, like I've been bamboozled. They stole my money under the pretense it'd be one thing when it was just complete showbag, trash tier, plastic filth is what they delivered. I think I'm done. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to my channel. See you next time.